Hey guys, Island Mike here. I hope y'all had a good week. Today's centering is just going to be a centering to just feel good, feel relaxed. I think a lot of times we come into these centerings or meditations with this idea that we need to fix something that's so wrong. I don't know that that's always the case. Sometimes life's pretty good. But it's still nice to come back to ourself and just kind of even appreciate that and notice what is good. And maybe sometimes it's just a reminder to remind ourselves that things are precious and things are okay the way they are. So let's go ahead and take a comfortable seat. Bring our hands to our wherever they lay, your knees, your thighs, your hips. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. And the eyes closing is so nice just to be able to come behind like your own curtain. It's like the theater of yourself. And start to notice your breath. And just start to bring your mind internally to yourself. Notice your sitting bones sitting on the ground or a pillow. Notice if you can use your breath to just elevate your torso up away from your hips. Notice if you've got any tension around your jaw, if you can relax that. And just by noticing a few of these details in our body, we can bring our mind into here, into ourselves. And maybe in this life, it's not always the right pace to stop and think, oh wow, my life is so precious. To stop and think, oh my God, I don't have any body pain today. That's great. It's sometimes difficult to stop and think how precious it is if our mind is just feeling chill for a day. And so now, as we sit here and we focus more on our breath, we start to remind ourselves that we are full. And the feelings we feel can be sweet if we choose to find the sweetness. We know as we walk out into the world that it's going to be busy. There's a lot going on. And it's easy to have our mind be distracted by everything else going on other than what we ourselves have happening. It's even easy to have your own feelings be kind of become what the outside feelings are. And so you could even notice that you, have anxiety or kind of a rushed pace feeling inside yourself, but it's not really where you are, but somehow you feel anxiety. And so I think the world does carry a little bit of a stronger element of anxiety than maybe we have inside ourselves. And so sometimes this centering or this meditation is a beautiful reminder to just come back to yourself. We can come back to the simple aspects of life, of the breath, our contact points of our sitting bones on the ground, grounding us. And the inhale of our breath sort of creating a bit of expansiveness, this bigness of fullness to ourselves. And so we can start to create a self that is grounded and expansive within ourself, even if the world is super fast-paced and full of anxiety. Unfortunately, that busyness of the world is happening. It's been happening, and I think, I don't know, may continue to happen very busily. And so this beautiful practice of centering our meditation, it becomes this tool to just bring us back home. And bring us back home to this grounded self. This self that is reminded that just the body and mind that's working properly is precious. And through that reminder of preciousness, we are just again reminded to appreciate what is good. And so the meditation doesn't become this empowering of fixing something that's wrong. And it becomes more of a reminder and a visualization of seeing what's right. And then allowing ourselves to soak in that, like a body that works without pain. A mind that appreciates without worry. And I think a lot of times in our life, if we just put all the outside things aside and we come back to ourself, we can be reminded that everything's relatively okay. And we can find a peace in that. You just bring your mind back to your body through your breath. Feeling a sense of grounded, connected to the earth, and also expansive and big. With a full heart. And so even if you just have a few moments of peace, one breath, even just an inhale or an exhale, you're reminded that you're able to create that peace yourself. If you can put aside the outside factors of life that are just out of your hands, and you come back to what's within your hands, within your reach. And really just a reminder of, yeah, life is precious. I am precious. And I am healthy. And I do appreciate that. So I guess it could be thought of as a building of yourself up, but it could also be a reminder of just appreciating what you already have. And bringing our hands together and just bowing our heads to the idea of literally appreciating what we already have. And just finding a peace and really love of that preciousness. It's super precious. And bow our heads to our hands and just thank you. Thank yourself. And you can give yourself that pat on the back. This practice is something that's super internal to yourself, and it's your experience. And my hope is just that we're all reminded that, like, you are precious and you do have a full heart. And no matter what the outside circumstances are, the self always remains. And so sometimes it's nice just to remind yourself, yeah, I'm healthy. Life's good. I really do appreciate it, and I understand it's precious. And that's certainly something that I want to soak in, rather than soaking in what's wrong. There's always going to be challenges, but we certainly can feel at ease knowing that ourselves are grounded and full. Have a good day.